It's Monday, Monday, Monday. Mm-hmm. Let's get my chat room window where it's supposed to be. Check 1, 2, 3. Check 1, 2, 3. Where are we here? Where am I? Okay. What just happened? Aha, I see. There we are. Hello, everybody. There you are. I see you. How you doing? How's everybody? Everybody, yeah. Hey, Jenny. How's Jenny doing today? Hi, Joyce. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Muriel. Hi, Charlotte and Don Marie. You're late, mister. Whole minute and 30 seconds. Dang it! I always say if I'm late, it's for a reason. As usual, it is for one. I'd like to get this whole rig up and running 20 minutes before the show, but then I would get into big trouble for that. TikTok doesn't like it when we just let things run. So, because TikTok. Oh, we're already starting off with some likes and some gifts. Thank you so much. I hope everybody had a good weekend. Shirley, how are you? Astropoet, nice to see you. Hall, how you doing? Heather. And Sharon, how was your weekend? My weekend was great, thank you. How was your weekend? I know you've been having some wonderful time with your family and all the incredibly good news. Good vibes to Sharon, everybody. She had an amazing event happen this week, and it brings happiness and joy and health back into the family. So send her your good vibes. It's been weighing on her heavily. I can share that without sharing improper things. So, hey, David, how you doing? Cynthia, nice shirt. Thank you. It's very comfy. I'm wearing my comfy shirt. I had a dinner party for Mom. 35 people came. Oh, my goodness. Did you do the cooking? Buck up. I got a story for you if you'll stick around. It's about bucking up. I hear you're pretty fond of that. Yeah. Let me roll over here and make sure I'm on the right page so I can monitor the chat room a little better. At least I can see what's going on in there. Yeah, wow, 27 people. Fantastic. All right. Jenny, are we doing a poll tonight? Or do you want to wait till tomorrow? Or is this something you want to try to do every night for the encore for now, to try it as an experiment? Norris Fletch, hey, we got a new face here from our earlier show today. Norris Fletch, how you doing? Welcome to my music studio. You are most welcome to come on in and make yourself a spot and sit down with everybody else. Astropo wants David to know that we love you. Don't forget. What's going on with David? Let's see. Scrolling up the list. I'm kind of struggling right now. Okay, David? We hear you. We absolutely hear you. Sending love and positive energy on behalf of everyone in the show. Just hang in there. Give me a line and let me know how you're doing, please. You're very important to us here. You make this world a better place. Know that. This has been a high-stress weekend, man. Ooh, mamacita. What a weekend. I tell you what. Just check my camera angles here. Want to make sure we're all squared away. Anyway, I guess, Monday would be a nice time to have a quick catch up on what's going on and what I'm doing. And we can start the week off that way and then get into some music together and take our ride. Monday might be a good chance for that. We'll see. One thing's for sure, I don't like droning on and on about stuff here. I like to keep things interesting, but any indication I've had from the fams here indicates they like when I share. So if I'm doing it for that reason. Plus, it helps me. It really does. I mean, I have to be honest, there's more to it than that. Yeah. It really, really does. I'll play it for you, Heather. I'll start off with it. Heather wants to hear Mahogany Walls. Okay, coming right up. So, I've told you many times that the key to our success is going to be in getting the message out there and the music out there for more people to hear, and that involves content. And I've been looking at this subject of content generation and what it's going to take because, I've done so much content now on other matters that picking up a phone and standing there with my smartphone and laughing about whatever the craziness du jour is one thing. This is a little bit different and it requires a little bit of a different approach, okay? Always with being authentic right in the center of the bullseye. So what started then was a series of thoughts over this past week about how I could do this so that I could become a content generation machine, but in a artful way from my music side of things. It's really important to me, to invest myself artfully into something like that. So, it's easy to take for granted what goes into something like that. I'll be honest with you. Think about it for a second. If I'm doing creative content and it involves shots at the beach, I got to go to the beach and I got to get the shots. That means I've got to get better at getting shots. I'm doing all this, right? So I have to be able to maneuver this situation as best I can and get myself in the shot properly. What kind of shots am I getting? What kind of content is this? There's the creative side of it, right? Then you got to pull the shots out. You got to pull them back. You've got to load them into an editor. And this is the big part about this, is the video editing process. And this is where I've been in orbit around a black hole of uncertainty is the best way I could describe it, like up in here, right? Because you see, I've worked on a few professional projects around professional people like this, and I know how these people think. And, a good quality video editor that's got chops and accomplishments next to their name can easily hit you for $150 to $250 an hour all day long. And that's what happens when you're dealing with a professional, right? Also, as a composer for a project, there's a professional fee that comes along with that reflects the level of acumen and ability a person has to have to be able to operate in that theater, right? It's a professional earning. I wouldn't expect a video editor to do anything for free as much as I'd expect anybody to have me do something free for film if it was a budgeted project with a paying budget with people who are actually on a payroll. I mean, there's other cases where I do gratis work because I believe in the person I'm involved with, or I believe in the thing that I'm involved with. And that happens, a fair amount too. And I enjoy that. Point I'm trying to make is I know what the difference between professional and amateur is. And I have had to let go of that focus when it comes to how I'm doing this myself, right? But then there's also the learning curve. And today, I called a friend of mine who's a professional video editor. He's been in the business for a long time. And I said this to him, expecting him to turn around and laugh at me when I said, I'm going to start editing my own video. Instead, he said to me, if I would have heard you say that 10 years ago, I would have laughed. He said, but now, not so much so. I said, why? He's like, because you're using the wrong tools. I said, oh, really? He said, you need to go get CapCut. Go get CapCut and just do what you know how to do already and keep your eyes open and look for other things in the video editor. And I started using it this morning. And by God, he was right. So this has been a long river for me to get past here. To find the right mechanism in the tool sets and what I have to learn to be able to do this kind of thing. I'm sorry it's taking a minute because there's a body, mind, spirit moment happening here with this, right? I know it probably seems like an exaggeration, but I sure don't mean it that way. I sure don't. Okay. Well, let's warm the fingers up. I actually got some time off this weekend. I'm forcing myself to take time off now. My head. When you see the old devices that used to test brain waves, I had mine tested in college when I was asked a series of questions, and I was asked to think about one of my music compositions as if I was playing it. And those needles put out so much ink, it was black. It's because different parts of my brain are getting engaged by sound. All this is to say I have a very overactive brain sometimes. Being a Virgo doesn't help. David, picture yourself walking through this uncertainty. Take comfort that you're headed somewhere. Astropoet, I've heard it's Scorpio. And Tinkerbell. How are you? Thank you for the compliments. Deventress. Squirrely says, bravo. Jenny says, beautiful Jace. Quit digging around says, hey, Jenny. Deventress, how you doing? So, Virgos are known for being precision-oriented, perfectionists, very driven to learn and be challenged mentally in these kinds of things. We put a lot of weight on that, I guess, naturally. We're naturally clean freaks, organization. So, that kind of stuff. On the other side of things, Virgos can be pessimistic, and they can be a little too interested in winning an argument. So, I suppose I have my moments. Although I try to handle it, with a little bit of humor on TikTok. Lots of Virgos here. Hey, this is a Virgo nest. Virgos are also a sign that's most associated with healing and selflessness. There's a thing where the Virgo sign is big on being of service to something, or part of a team in a harmonious thing where they're being relied on for their skill and they're contributing to the whole of something. And usually, some positive experience is in there somewhere. So, that kind of thing. So, yeah. Jenny, if we are doing a poll tonight, let's make it Gaia and April. April has a little bit more sunlight moving around in it, whereas Gaia has a little bit more electricity. Greetings, Lisa. Welcome to Golden Hour. Thank you, Ciao Bella. Now I'm starting to get warmed up. Yeah. Hedgehog is so cute. Squirrely says bootiful. Bootiful. The corgi is bootiful. Haha. Corgi got the booty. I love when I can see it on my phone and it comes out and dances around, shakes the booty. Hey, how's Jennifer doing tonight? It's good to see you. Sharon, thanks for being here. Dawn, you're doing great. Thanks. Joyce, how's it going? So, we're in an interesting crossroads in TikTok. People who participate in the show can actually choose to promote this show if they want to. And I'm mentioning it because we've done it 3 times and it has played a pivotal role, I think, in us breaking 2 records last week. And I realized why. When that happens, this show gets out to the FYP a little bit more. And new people find themselves in here. And when they come in, they find themselves surrounded by this incredible group of really devoted fams who have made this show an integral part of their evening experience and are getting so much good out of it. So they're already primed when they come in the door to be part of something that's pretty cool. And it's very effective for that. Yeah, they don't get the most amount of views. But what happens is what happens when the viewers come in, you see. And that will trigger additional algorithmic response from there, right? So that's how that's working out. So anybody who's interested in doing that to show their appreciation in their own unique way can do that. I'm putting it out there just because it needs to be out there. But I have no expectations from everyone, and we are growing. We had a record-breaking week last week. The week before that, we had a record-breaking week. And the week before that, we had a record-breaking week. That's 3 record-breaking weeks in a row. Even if we hung out here for a while, it'd be a great place to be. That's what I'm saying. is a new melody I'm working on here. It's got a very, to me, it's got a very strong pull on the front end of it. Let me see if I can do it. That was a pretty chord. That's very much a ballad. There's not. I don't see. That's not speaking to me any other way. And it's a power ballad too. I think. I mean, you could do a full string arrangement of that in back of that, and that would come off the rails for a minute on the energy and down a passionate lane, especially when you get to here. See that's a cello line going down. You know, I think like the orchestra when I'm playing. I really do, and it helps me. Oh, wow, we hit a goal. Sorry. Boom! Boom, I'm sorry. Thank you, everybody. I've got to get a way to, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I got to get a better notification because I'm sure everybody in the chat room let me know or something. And I'm playing with one hand, telling stories with the other. Missing things. My bad. Thank you, everybody, for the love. I really appreciate it. You're helping this show in more ways than you can possibly imagine. You really are. I mean, 3 record-breaking weeks. Hello. You know, and here's the thing, and I'm not trying to hit this too hard, but when we have the majority of the people in this chat room are our regular fams with the occasional week-to-week people that like to come in too. There's always a few of those. It just sets a good stage for people who are coming in the door the first time to get the gist of what we're doing here, right? So it's actually a pretty darn good road we're on here. I think so anyways. Oh, did we hit another one? Okay. While I was talking. Thank you. Guy is in the lead. 5 minutes left. Place your vote for the encore this evening. Look at that. Like water off a stone. Hey, Thirsty Owl. Franklin. I'm just chilling over here behind the piano tonight, taking it easy. I know I'm not breaking any speed records, and anything's not crazy sounding, but hey. I like to ease into the week and get into my tempo control real fast. Slow down. Slow down. And it takes, if I'd played for 2 hours prior to this, I wouldn't need that. But I haven't played much this weekend. Winner is Gaia, 61%. Okay, great to know. Wonderful. Excellent. Gaia is a fun track. I'll be playing it as the last song of the evening, and I'll be varying it a little bit as I'm doing on these tracks to try new things. But it is a minimalist music composition. Minimalism is music that uses repetition in a way that is like English grammar. And I'll point that out tonight when we get to that one. In the meantime, I'm ready to take my fingers for a little bit of a stroll here, if you don't mind. I need to put a little bit of less pre-delay on the front end of this piano. I'm going to cut that in half. Because what's happening is I'm getting a delay in reaction in the reverb, and it's throwing me off a little bit. All right, let me switch gears here for a second. This is so fantastic. You're so good. Hey, all right. Thanks, man. That's awesome. I appreciate you. We have brand new friends here. I'm doing a good thing. Doing good. Keep it up. Right on. Right on. Thank you, Franklin. Appreciate it. Love it. Hey, DGD. How you doing tonight? I didn't see you there. Thanks to our new friends for stopping in. You're making a difference in the experience this evening by being here, and that's no joke. That you like to be here, of course, is at the top of the list of everything, period. But that you're hanging out in the chat room and you're leaving some comments and stuff and likes and everything that you give is a big notice thing for the algorithm. So thank you for helping already right off the bat contribute to the show. And I say that with sheer sincerity. Chat room, let them know. Let them know. So let's see here now. that's much better. That's new. Wow, I need to remember that. Hey, B-O-N-G Ripper. B-O-N-G Ripper, if you stick around, I've got one for you. Again. Just let it all go now. There it is. Thank you so much, Charlotte. I guess that's why we're doing great this evening. Thank you so much. We're having a good night. So I have an idea. Oh boy. I'm in storming mode, trying some new things. So, good news. First, though, let's talk about this. Thank you so much for the generosity and the likes this evening. And I want to tell you good news. We've released a track from last week, and it's available in my link tree. Okay, if you go to where my music is, and this is this Tahoe Majestic track, and we're going to celebrate it tomorrow. I'm going to play it live on the show so we can see where this whole thing is. And I'm going to give you a little preview of it this evening by playing a little bit of the theme. And then tomorrow, I'm going to put some instruments into the show. This is me with my ability to the way I create this music. I use the actual sounds themselves and I play them in. So I want you to be a part of this. I'm going to have about 6 or 7 of these different sounds selected. And we're going to run through this as an idea so I can show you some of the things I'm kind of hearing and see if you like it. We're going to have polls. Do some polls. Would you rather hear the oboe or the cello? Would you rather hear the string section, which I'm going to do the string section for you, or would you rather hear a horn? What happens when I add these particular elements into this? This is like a probe and it's experimentation to see where the track wants to live if it turns into another evolution that involves some instrumentation along with it. Wouldn't that be kind of interesting? So that you can actually, be a part of this. Some of these things don't work out so good. Some of these instruments might work, some of them might not, and that could be just the way that I do it. So, yes, I'm talking about future polls. Our show tomorrow night, which is at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain, 5 p.m. Pacific. Don't forget. This has just been released. It's from the collection called Tahoe. So what we're going to be adding instrumentation to is exactly that. So it'll be a fun little way to try some creativity, something creative on the show. Thank you for all the compliments about the work. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all. Love this, love this, love this. Colomex says, thank you. Candace James, it's nice to see you. I'm not tapping for a bit because I'm folding laundry. I'm folding with a serene feeling, though. Perfect. Fair enough. Thank you so much for being here. It's good to see you in the crowd again. See you at the fam's table. Thanks, everybody, for everything you're doing. Moderators are doing great. I see all this. You're doing the magic that you do so well. I love it, I love it, I love it. I'm going to play a couple of more. And then we're going to finish up this evening with our poll winner, Gaia. I want to remind everybody that that track that I just performed is available for you to listen to at my music page, which is located in my bio on the link tree. It says purchase, listen to JACE's music, but you can just listen to it. Just go check it out and enjoy it. It's a really a special version of it because of the way that it's mixed too. It's very present, resonant, and it has this that just seemed like the name Majestic stuck to it because it's how I guess a majestic moment would feel anyway. So it's been on repeat in iTunes all. Thank you. Ciao Bella. Fresh breath of fresh air away from all this TikTok silliness. Very peaceful. Well, Al, if I'm going to be silly on one side, I'm going to do something 10 times positive on the other. This is the thing, and hopefully people can see this as a way that we don't get swept away with this stuff. We can talk about it, we can make jokes about it, but we can also choose to stand up and breathe the privileges of being alive and here in present moment, all things considered. So the show started that way, and it basically turned into this thing where I'm creating music here, and the music becomes the music I'm releasing. So how about that? I never know when one of these things that I play here is going to be a take, like we call that a take when you sit down and do a rendition and it's recorded. I never know when it's going to be that. I never know when it's going to be just an idea that's going to become something else. Sometimes, I solve arrangement problems I'm having here. Or if it's just not presented itself yet, it just manifests. I try things in new ways, so discoveries are made. And everybody here has become really familiar with my work. So when I vary these things, they get to experience that too. And they can see that there's literally transformations happening. We're actually genuinely going someplace with all this. It's fun. A lot of this show is just, being just creative as you want to be. And I want people to see this. And when I get messages, and they happen quite often, if somebody tells me they're picking up their guitar again and they want me to know this, or they're sitting behind the piano again and they want me to know this, or they picked up the paintbrushes again and again, they want me to know this. This tells me that somehow maybe people are feeling the presence that's always there, and that's their own creativity, and retuning in with it as they're watching this show. Well, come on. What better reward is there than that? Ever. Bobby says, your music inspires me to write poetry while listening here. Bobby, you have a very much a partner in that with Charlotte. And that's so cool. I absolutely love it. I always admire poetry. We have a published poet here in our group too, is Astro Poet, who actually has a release in her link tree, in her bio. If you haven't followed Astro Poet, check it out. You would be doing her a wonderful, friendship to check out her work. If you like written word, you should check it out. It's good stuff. I've already purchased my pre-release copy. So Charlotte is publishing. Awesome. I would expect. I don't forget you, Charlotte. I said we have another poet in here by the name of Charlotte. Charlotte has created the poetry for our show. And it's going up on my website. Forget you, dear. Stop that now. I want a copy. Usually when you send me your poetry, Charlotte, you send it through the TikTok. So I wasn't associating that with a published work. I apologize. Meant no harm. It's no surprise. So where is this poetry available, Charlotte? That's awesome. What's the name of it? Wow. Very visceral. Sounds exciting. Your poetry is always very exciting, very evocative. Thanks for the promotion tonight, Charlotte. I can believe that. I hear music when I read your words. Your Golden Hour poem really captured the essence of the experience here, like brought it to life. I absolutely adore it. That's why it's going on my website. With your licensing agreement, of course. So Charlotte has a book of poetry available on Amazon. And it sounds really fiery. I mean that in the best way. It's that red hair. Is that Irish, Charlotte? Irish? I know that's cliche, but it's red hair. I always know Charlotte's here when the corgi takes its spin. It's good to see everyone here. I'm glad. This warms my heart and tells me we're already rocketing into having a good week together. I mean, come on. Take a little sip of water here. Just one more little sip of half decaf coffee. So I'm excited. This is an exciting time right now. Things are looking better for the show. It's in the math. It's there. The proof is there. You all are becoming ninjas at returning value to me between the promotions for the show and hitting these goals every night. I mean, it's just unbelievable. This does enable me to do things I couldn't otherwise do because I've got to stay within a certain frame here on this show, a sensible one. I'm trying to create an ecosystem, you know? And the best ecosystem does what? It evolves naturally. You don't try to guess what the ecosystem needs 14 moves down the road and get all that stuff and put it in place. This is how, producers usually think. I'm trying to think, what would they like to see? And then I do everything in my power to acquire every possible thing that will enable that. And the thing is I'm feeding off what you like, and what you tell me makes this show special, which is why I was relieved when you all cheered when I said I'm not giving up my originality here. On behalf of this situation we found ourselves in. And then, lo and behold, a week later, we busted through it. Maybe, there's us doing a little magic in the universe there. I don't know. But it sure as heck didn't happen without the dedicated effort of all the kind people who have contributed to the promotions of the show. And that includes Charlotte, that includes Colin Mex and Dawn Marie. And I'm not sure if anyone else has done that recently. I checked the reports, so I always see it. But if I'm not catching it right yet, I will. I've got to put a system in place so I know that in advance. Anyway, note to self. We have an encore this evening. This is an original minimalist style invention called Gaia. Hi there, Renee. Nice to see you. Come on in and sit down. You made it for the encore. Hi, Andrea. FTTV creators. We were hanging out at 51 tonight for a little bit. Here we are. Another week. setting the intention this week. I'm setting the intention. I'm going to do what it takes. Turn your passion into creativity. Poets, painter, craftsman, give yourself the freedom to pick up the things that make you happy. Approach the things you love with the same determination that this modern world seeks to distract you with. Persistence, patience, determination is what I tell my patients. In your professional opinion there, our eminent expert on mental health, do you think that gratitude in that equation can be a very empowering force that can inform decisions related to the things you just described? Just curious. What you think? Gratitude is the healing element. I see. I could see clearly. Maybe that's what I'm doing here. Maybe people can see it. Chocolatey. Bitter chocolate. Mild dark chocolate. Ah, the good stuff. Check out the new music release. It's in my bio. If you check out the link tree, you can go to listen to JACE's music, and it'll take you right there, and you can enjoy Tahoe Majestic and listen to it for yourself. That was a magical moment here on Golden Hour, and tomorrow night that magic moment continues. We're going to do some polls. I'm going to choose some instruments. You're going to choose which instruments get used in the track. I don't know how this is going to go. It's the first time we're ever doing it. I've never done it before. And yeah, so I want to try it for fun. I think interesting music can be created that way that has even more of a connection to the people that are here. So I am thankful for music, Dawn says, and I'm thankful for all of you, each and every one of you I want to thank Charlotte for the wonderful promotion again tonight. Thank you for everything that you do for Golden Hour, Charlotte, and thank you for being a friend along with the rest of our wonderful moderator group. You are one of a kind, as is all of you, and I want to thank each and every one of you. Jenny, you did a great job tonight. Thank you so much for running the poll. That's how we do. Good job, Sharon. Thanks for bringing your fun self to the room. I appreciate your energy and everything. Thanks so much. Lisa, thanks for being here. Dawn Marie was here. Yes. I'm going to move up through the list here real quick for a second. Liz was here too. Hey, Liz, I saw you. We played some Tahoe. I think you're happy. Aren't you? If you're still here. Don't forget, tomorrow's the big Tahoe night. Tahoe Tuesday, where we get inventive. Thanks, G-Dog, for being here. Thanks a lot, Jennifer, for being here. Thanks, Jenny. Thanks, Hall. Thanks, David. Thank you for all your support to everyone. Lomin, it's Liz. Yes, sir. All right. Heather, thank you for being here. Bought it today. Gave you a little extra. I know, I saw that. Thank you so much for everything. I'm going to get back to you, the purchasers, with a happy note. So let's hear it for Sharon. I do earrings, bracelets, and hair jewelry. I think that's great. I want to see some. All right, Don Marie, thanks for everything. Just a Human, thanks for stopping in. David, thanks for being here. Colomex, thanks. Deneen, thank you so much for everything tonight. Thank you for all the wonderful gifts. Everyone, thank you for the gifts. Babs Money, thank you for the gifts. Every single one of you was very contributive tonight in your own unique ways. And I may not be able to get the whole way up this list to each of you, but I want every single one of you to know that I'm grateful for you, that you give me inspiration and light my fire. So this is why I'm pushing through all these things I've got to do. You know, I don't stop. And I can see that promotion of Golden Hour now is absolutely necessary. And it's important because it sends a message about what this show is and who we are and what we do here. And there's so many different messages in there I need to get out. And these are messages that aren't just the music also. So where I'm revealing a little bit of myself to the public at large. Promote. Yes, thank you. Sharon says agree. Thank you. I agree. Nice emojis there, Jenny. Thank you. Hugs to Hanky. Yes. Everyone have a wonderful evening, okay? I hope to see you tomorrow. I'll be at The Zone, my main channel, at 2 p.m. Eastern. But here I will be at 8 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain, 5 p.m. Pacific. Thanks to everyone once again for everything that you've done, all right? Thanks to Astro Poet, too. Thanks for being here. All right, everyone. Have a wonderful night. I hate to leave, but I got to go. It's hanky time. Gigi, you have a great evening. If I missed you, I'm sorry. It's not personal. I'm just looking at the list as fast as I can. I hope I remembered everybody. Hall, did I remember you? I want to make sure. All right. Have a good night, everybody. Much love.